Pottery is a term used to describe articles made from clay. Its alternative word is ceramics, which is derived from the Greek word keramos, meaning potter's clay. Clay is a basic material used in creating artworks. It has three main properties that makes it suitable for pottery articles. The first is plasticity, which is the ability of clay to be malleable to any shape and or form. The second is porosity, which is the ability of clay to retain water slowly, allowing it to dry without cracking. Vitrification is the third property, and this is the progressive hardening of clay to a hard, brittle, non-porous material at certain temperatures. Clay is classified into two main classes: primary or residual clay, which is clay found at its original rock source; secondary or sedimentary clay, which is clay found away from formation sites, having been carried by wind or water. There are several types of different clays. We have kaolin clay, also known as china or porcelain clay. It is white and doesn't change color after firing. Ball clay is very plastic and sticky with a high degree of shrinkage. It's used as a blending clay. Stoneware clays are clays which fire at light temperatures and turn to a tan or gray color. Fire clay withstands high temperatures and is used for making refractory materials. Earthenware clay fires at low temperatures and is highly porous. It is known as terracotta when fired. Shell clay is the commonest clay and it's used for making bricks, earthenware pots, and building blocks. It fires at low temperatures. It's gray in color when green and turns to red-brown when fired. Clay is prepared under several steps, and the first step is mining, which is digging clay from rich deposits like riverbanks. Drying and crushing is then done to turn the clay into smaller pieces and also remove debris. The third step is slaking, which is soaking the clay for a few days in water to soften it. Mixing is then done by either a pug mill or a stick to break down the clay lumps further and also turn the clay to a thin, consistent paste called slip. Sieving is then done after mixing, and it is done with a wire mesh to remove more particles or impurities. Hardening is the other step, and it is done by placing the clay on an absorbent surface like plaster of Paris so that it loses excess moisture. Kneading is the other step, and this is the blending of clay to a homogeneous state by pressing the clay forward and backward on a flat surface by hand. Wedging clay is kneading clay further to expel any air bubbles trapped under it. And there are two main techniques. The spiral technique is where the wedging is done in a circular manner, and ram's head, where the clay is struck down hard onto a surface and then pressed into a slab, gathered into a lump again, and then the process is repeated. Expelling clay is important because those air bubbles are able to cause cracks in the clay when firing. Some of the materials used in making ceramic pieces are clay, of course, which is the main material; water, which is used for soaking and working with; grog, this is fired and ground clay that's added to stiffen the clay and help it withstand high temperatures. Slip is liquid clay, and it is used for joining and smoothing clay pieces, and also it is used for decoration. Other equipment that are used are a rolling pin, which is used for making clay slabs; batons for leveling clay when rolling it into slabs; a pug mill, like we talked about before, is a machine used for mixing and kneading clay; loop tools are used for scooping excess clay; shaping and smoothing tools made out of wood or plastic; awls are used for decoration and incising; brushes and sponges are used for applying slip and or glaze and wiping off excess slip and dirt.